time, they view the over 5,000 attractiveness messages consumed over a year.
And in these images, it's always the same kind of women.
The media portrays women as parts of women, and as women whose only purpose in life is to work on appearing beautiful, to be beautiful to people on the outside. But these billions of images we see in media far outnumber the number of women we could ever see face to face, far outnumber them.
And if this is true, one has to ask the question, how can all the women in America possibly be expected to appear in such a way? The answer? They can't.
Every image you see of a woman has been changed so much, so that even those women that we think are so beautiful, they still don't fit the ideals. They don't fit them because it's not real.
This perfection pressure is even conveyed to little girls. If Barbie were a real person, her back wouldn't be able to support her upper body, she would suffer from chronic diarrhea, she wouldn't have room for all her organs, and as a result, she would die of malnutrition.
And when little girls who are 3 and 4 get Barbie dolls as presents, gifts, they are now looking at media's first representation for them of what perfect is.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic, it's fantastic.
Other than making stuff like that possible, all these images cause health problems. Research indicates that exposure to thin, young, airbrushed female bodies is linked to depression, loss of self-esteem, and the development of unhealthy eating habits in women and girls. At least 10 million women in America have been diagnosed with anorexia.
Females are, for at least anorexia nervosa, a very common eating disorder, 90% of those victims are female. So it says a lot that females are so aware of their appearance.
And then there's the modeling industry.
Victoria's Secret model Adriana Lima, admittedly, before a fashion show, worked out twice a day, went on a 12-day liquid diet, and fasted for a full 12 hours.
The media says that all women should look like fashion models, but it's statistically impossible.
Media has manipulated women into thinking that they must be one certain kind of perfect.
You can't be what you can't see.
When you don't see women that are powerful, that are out doing anything besides being looked at so often, then it starts to make us think, you grow up and you don't see it, why would I ever think that I can be anything outside of to be looked at?
People are told to care more about the appearance of women of substance rather than their actual substance.
The media would have us believe we are only our bodies. So our whole lifetime work is going to revolve around how we fix every flaw.
You can look at any one of these People, Star, Us magazines, and you can really find a headline in there of who's gaining weight and who's got cellulite and who's not looking so good in a bikini right now. That's all has to do with appearance. They're not talking about motivations and aspirations for these women. They're not talking about where they are in life and what they have achieved in life intellectually. They really only are judging the women on the outside appearance because that's what people can see. And there is so much more to women, so much more depth to women that is totally ignored by the media.
Subliminally, this kind of portrayal seeps into your psyche without even realizing it.
And this portrayal is just as negative in politics.
Like if you think about how news anchors and how people who were talking about Hillary Clinton talked about Hillary and also Sarah Palin in a very different way in which they talked about the men running for office. It was all about what they looked like. They looked haggard. They looked, they always said that Hillary looked like a man and was very masculine, but they would never have said that about a man. And so it's, you know, they were never focused on the policy aspects and the leadership aspects of what both Sarah Palin and Hillary Clinton brought to the picture. And then the way in which they spotlight women who are in office is very detrimental and very negative. You know, there's 17% of Congress is women, 51% of this population is women. What's wrong there? Right.
And this isn't just imaginary. It has an effect on ordinary people.
When we polled women, we found that an overwhelming 78% felt pressure from the outside world and/or media to look a certain way, that they had to look normal by media standards.
Ads for tobacco are banned from television because tobacco kills people, showing clear and present danger. Research has shown a direct link between media consumption and eating disorders, which cause death.
Females ages 15 to 24 who have anorexia are more likely to die from it than all other causes combined.
Is this danger clear and present enough?
It's a profit-driven lie.
If we see something we don't like in the media, we need to call it out. If we see something we do like, we need to champion it and congratulate it and say, this is good media and I'm going to encourage my friends and family to watch it, right?
We're capable of so much more than being looked at. And when we know that, we stop doing that self-objectification thing that keeps us so focused on how we look to everyone around us. And we get going with things that are so much more important, like uniting as women and not judging each other and hating each other for doing this or doing that or being this or being that. And we can do whatever we want to do. And we can be such a powerful force.